Hey everybody, welcome to SwJ. Today we have positivity overload. We have a lot of smaller stories that I'd like to get through and share with you. So without further ado, we'll get into my blanket project, adding a t-shirt onto my blanket project, and we'll talk about the Rainforest Trust. And the Rainforest Trust has been around for a long time, since 1988. And this year, it added 1 million acres to their accumulated 38 million protected acres of various forested lands, mostly rainforest, as the name does imply. And the great thing about the Rainforest Trust is that they are publicly funded. So if you want to be more directly involved in saving the rainforests and protecting 38 million acres of trees, look them up. Rainforest Trust. They're a US based program. And yeah, you can put your money where your mouth is. Now, for those of us who have diabetes, rolling along with the positivity. Not trying to remind you that you have diabetes, but here's a good thing for those of you that do have it. And that is that they are making an artificial pancreas, which basically boils down to a glucose monitor that's kind of like stuck to you, which transmits to basically it looks like almost a cell phone like device with an app on it. And that is connected to an insulin pump, and that is connected to you. So as the insulin or your blood sugar level monitors your blood sugar level, and it basically auto administers. So no more finger pricks and no more injections. You just always have this hooked up to you. Then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to check your blood every couple hours when you're driving, just to make sure that you're not going to pass out. Found a guy in sugar shock once. It was weird. He was just kind of out of it. Just didn't have any idea what was going on. Had driven his truck into the ditch and stopped. Had no idea what was happening. Thought he was whacked out on drugs or something. Nope, blood sugar was low. Ambulance got there, they gave him some sugar, and like 2 minutes later he was back up and good to go. Could save a lot of situations like that. A lot of emergency response for situations like that. Because every time I tell that story, I have somebody else telling me that they've had the exact same experience. So it seems to be pretty common. So if you are diabetic and that happens to you, don't feel too bad, because it does happen. Another big story is from the world of toy makers, the toy maker Mattel. Mattel is going green. And by that I mean they are using bioplastics and either recycled or recyclable materials in many more of their new lines of toys, and even some of the old stuff that they've come out with. The Uno card game is now completely recyclable. Even all the packaging and the cellophane, I guess, isn't cellophane anymore, but it's all 100% recyclable now. One line is actually recycled plastics that have been pulled out of the ocean, and that line is called Barbie Loves the Ocean. And they're also in charge of the Matchbox cars, and they've started making Matchbox cars that are of EV models, and those models of Matchbox cars are made out of 99% recycled materials. So Mattel is taking their dedication to the environment more and more seriously. They have a goal. They have set a goal. And I'm trying to read where their goal is, because I wrote it down here somewhere. But yeah, they want to move to be 100% either recycled or recyclable materials or bio-based materials by 2030. So they are making lots of changes, lots of R&D. And the other thing that they've incorporated in order to reach their goals is what they call the Mattel Playback program. So they take back old toys if their toys have failed, or your kids just don't want them anymore, or whatever. Mattel will either recycle the materials or reuse parts if they can. And this is also increasing their sustainability number. So good on Mattel. There's so many times that you see kids' toys that are just thrown away because the kids just don't want to play with them anymore, or they've destroyed them. And now you can send them back in. Another great story, a quick one, is that Queensland, Australia is returning 509 square miles to the Aborigines, or Aboriginal peoples, in order to have them be in charge of the forest stewardship in the area. So Aboriginal lands in Australia are being returned, and these are some of the most pristine, untouched, naturally beautiful areas in the country. So they aren't just giving them the swampland in the back 40. They are. It seems like they're actually trying to make things right there. Yeah, kind of neat that's happening. Always wanted to go to Australia. Anyway, I think I'm going to call that an episode. I've got a bunch more quick hits for the next episode. And yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks so much for joining me. I really do appreciate the time we get to spend together. And until next time, keep chilling. Don't forget your cookie. Peace.